Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to give you a tutorial on this easy no foundation summer look that I've been wearing pretty much every day. It's super easy, super quick, and let's get into it. So the first thing I'm going to do is prep my skin, and to do that I'm going to use a moisturizer with an SPF in it. This sunscreen is specifically formulated for oily skin people. You know how usually sunscreen feels really greasy and oily and it clogs your pores? This one doesn't, and I like it a lot. Then I'm going to prime my skin with the Rimmel Stay Matte Primer. Mine is very dirty, I've had it for a long time, but this is the only drugstore primer that I find actually mattifies my skin, and in the summer that's so important because I get really oily. So the next thing I'm going to do is just lightly fill in my brows, and I'm using the LA Girl Shady Slim pencil in Espresso. And I like this color because it's dark without being too dark to the point where you can tell that your eyebrows are filled in. This gives me a really natural fill in, and this pencil's really awesome. It's waxy enough but still pigmented. Then for my face base, I'm going to go in with the Wet n Wild Photofocus Concealer. Y'all, I love this concealer so much. It's thick enough to where it has a lot of coverage, but it's not heavy on the skin. So I'm going to use two shades of this concealer, one that's around my skin tone to cover up the dark spots and hyperpigmentation around my mouth, and then I'm also going to go in with a lighter shade for underneath my eyes to brighten up my face. I'm going to use that darker shade as well to cover up any spots that I may have on my skin. I've been scarring a lot lately for some reason, so then I'm going to blend that all in with a brush. The reason I'm using a brush as opposed to a sponge is because it keeps the coverage really high, and I'm pushing the product rather than swiping it around my face. I'm going to use a sponge under my eyes just because I don't want the concealer to be very heavy under there. I want it to look very, very thin there. I just want it enough to cover up the dark circles and brighten up my face. My sponge here is dry. I usually wet it, but I was just too lazy. Then I'm going to go in with my brush and basically mend the light parts of the concealer with the rest of my face and the dark parts of my concealer. And now you have a fairly flawless base. I mean, I didn't cover up everything, but it's looking good. Then I'm going to go in with my black Opal Invisible Oil Blotting Powder. This is a must for me in the summertime. This keeps me matte and is really good for touch-ups too. It really absorbs the oil on your skin. So I'm using this in all the places that I put concealer, as well as anywhere I didn't, honestly. I'm just putting this around to keep myself from getting oily throughout the day. This doesn't have any coverage, it's a translucent powder. You can go in with a powder, which is what I'm showing you here. This powder is by Radiance. I'm in the shade Warm Hazelnut, and I'm going to put that around for a little bit of extra coverage as well. Then I'm going to go into my Morphe palette with KathleenLights, and I'm going to take that light burgundy shade. And I'm just going to use this color to give me sort of a wash of color over my entire eyelid. I like doing this because it adds a little bit of depth to my eye without contouring or using any dark shade that's going to be noticeable that you're wearing eyeshadow. Of course, you can tell I'm wearing eyeshadow, but it's so light and subtle. It just adds some color to my face. It brings attention to my eyes, and that's what we want. Then I'm going to go ahead and highlight my skin. I don't see anybody talking about this. The NYX Duochrome highlighters, these things are awesome. The color I'm using is a shift between like a pinky reddish and a beautiful gold. So in some light it looks kind of pink, red, rose gold, and in some light it looks gold. I'm going to spray my face with the Urban Decay De-Slick spray to keep me matte. I'm going to coat my lashes with 2 coats of L'Oreal Telescopic, and then for my lip gloss I'm going to use a Colourpop gloss in the shade Sookie. That's pretty much it for the face. Then, you know, I have to take down my hair and fix it up for you guys, and this is the finished look. Really easy, really simple. Took me about 5 minutes. Well, it took longer because I was filming, but anyway, don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!